Married for 6 years. I leaned against the pink thing in the drawer, carried through countless nights. I thought he was just cold by nature, until I saw those things on his computer. I turned around and threw the toy away. I am 30 years old. In the eyes of others, I am the one who lives in the Riverview room, driving a BMW X5. Husband, considerate, child, obedient, life winner. But only I know. In the deepest drawer of my bedside table in my bedroom, hidden a pink silicone toy. 6 years, 2,100 plus nights. I rely on this cold. Things that only vibrate survive. Someone asked me, Lily, you are only 30 years old. It's when a woman has the most flavor. Why live such an ascetic life? I laugh at myself. I said I wasn't being mean. I am in this grave called marriage. He built himself an air-conditioned morning hall. Until I met that 20-year-old puppy, I just fully understand. The so-called virtuous and virtuous. It's just a slow suicide of women moving themselves. My name is Mary. At the age of 24, I met Sunny Nan through a blind date. At that time I was as simple as a blank sheet of paper. I think marriage is about finding the right person. Get together. Sunny Nan is 4 years older than me. Don't talk much and look average. A mid-level job in a foreign company. All aspects of conditions. Both fit my parents' definition of a good son-in-law. We got engaged 3 months after we met. I got the certificate in half a year. There is no vigorous love. There's no oath you have to swear. The second month after marriage, I was pregnant. The whole family basked in the joy of destiny. I also thought this was the beginning of happiness. But who would have thought? That was the beginning of my body and soul being sealed. From the day I measured the 2 bars, Sunny Nan proposed. Sleep in separate beds. The reason he gave was beautiful sounding. I'm under a lot of work pressure right now. I'm afraid of coming back late for socializing and I'm clamoring for you to rest. I'm also afraid that I won't sleep lightly. Kicked baby in the stomach. Me at that time. I even think this man is really attentive and considerate. But after the child is born, the state of separation is not over. He moved to the study logically. The reason became the child crying in the middle of the night. I have a meeting tomorrow. Really no energy. I believed it. I thought all newlyweds had children. Will go through a period of abstinence. I even understood his hard work. Stew him soup in a different way every day. Keep a house in good order. 25 to 28 years old. That's the best age for a woman. Sometimes I take a shower, looking in the mirror at your still graceful curves. It feels like there are a million ants crawling in my heart. I also tried to open the door of my study at night, in carefully prepared lace pajamas. I want to restore a little intimacy between husband and wife. But Sunny Nan always stares at the computer without looking up. The tone is cold like ice cubes. Lily, I'm tired. Go to bed early. The shame of being rejected, like a loud slap in the face. I began to doubt myself. Did the baby become ugly after giving birth? Or what am I doing wrong? That deep sense of inferiority and deprivation make me taciturn, until one day, I just can't stand that long emptiness. Secretly ordered that pink toy online. The day you get the courier, I hid it under my underwear like a thief. Late night, listen to the keystrokes coming from the study next door. I leaned against the cold machine and burst into tears. I feel like a beggar, in their most legitimate marriage, begging for a little pitiful pleasure. I thought Sunny Nan, natural frigidity. I even thought about taking her to the doctor. Until that time, he forgot to turn off the computer at home on a business trip. I wanted to help him clean out the desktop, but accidentally clicked on that hidden folder. It's not a trade secret, but hundreds of chat records, and video after video. The main character in the video is him, the woman opposite, young and enthusiastic, his explicit flirting in the chat logs, that impatient thirst. Sunny Nan, the upright gentleman in my impression. Just like two people. It's not that he can't, he was just mean to me. He's not cold, he was just cold to me. I didn't confront him at that moment. I didn't cry like a shrew, and I realized I wasn't that upset, probably because of the cold violence of the past few years. My little affection for him has long been worn away, maybe all the time. I didn't love him. We are just like partners, just run a home together. I calmly weighed the pros and cons. He earns well, refuel on time every month, never limit my consumption. He gave me enough respect in front of outsiders. The child also has a complete family. If divorced, I'm facing property division, child custody, and the pressure from the parents. Since he can find happiness outside, why can't I? 30th birthday, my best friend, the one who was divorced twice, a woman who lives better than anyone else, pulled me to a fancy clubhouse. She said, Lily, you have lived 30 years in vain. You guard the man who doesn't love you. Watch that thing. Are you planning on staying menopausal? Right there, I saw how. How is only 20 years old. College students, part-time model. He pushed open the box door. When I walked in, he smelled like strawberry mint. He smiles with two dimples. The eyes are as clear as one can see to the end at a glance. He doesn't have the grease of a happy man. Instead, it exudes a cautious youth. And he sat next to me. Hold my hand gently. The voice was low and gentle. Sister, why are your hands so cold? That moment, I feel like a person who has been walking in the desert for 6 years. Suddenly, I drank a mouthful of clear spring. The kind of attention and care by the opposite sex, treated as a woman, rather than the way a wife or mother sees it, makes me shudder. I know it's all a clearly priced service. I know the love in his eyes. It's because I paid an expensive TV bill. So what? That night, I didn't go home. How's young and passionate body is like a ball of fire. Ignite the bitter firewood I've been backlogged for 6 years. He will whisper softly in my ear, sister, you are so beautiful. The feeling of the soul and the body standing at the same time make me cry. I finally found that pink toy is easy to use. Can't give me human body temperature. Since then, I became a regular at that clubhouse. I don't shy away from Sunny Nan, although I didn't take the initiative to tell him. But I switched to more expensive skincare products, bought a sexier dress, even occasionally go home in the middle of the night. He didn't ask. Well, one time, Sunny Nan looked at my careful dress before going out. I suddenly asked. I've been going out to parties a lot recently. I put on lipstick in front of the mirror, while answering in a flat tone. Life has to have some color. Really, there was a moment of silence. No, I knew what he was thinking. He must have guessed. But as long as I don't debunk his videos, he would never interfere with my freedom. We struck a strange and tacit balance. In front of the children, we are still loving parents. In social situations, we are still a model couple. But the world behind closed doors, we are strangers who do not interfere with each other. I am obsessed with Ahau, but I don't love him. I know where I stand. I am his first party. He provides emotional value and physical comfort. I offer money. It's a very pure relationship. No check, no suspicion. Without the trivial firewood, rice oil and salt in marriage. Ahau once tentatively asked me, Sister Lily, if I graduate, can I always be with you? I touched his young one, a face without a single wrinkle. He smiled and shook his head. How you are only 20 years old. Your future is limitless, and I'm just a stop you're passing by. Bought a short haul ticket. I have to get off at the station. You have to keep going. There was a trace of loneliness in his eyes. But I do. That's more because of the loss of a generous sister, rather than losing a loved one. Me now. I haven't touched it for a long time. The pink toy in that drawer. But I understand. This life comes at a price. The price is that I have completely lost the ability to love. I became sober and sane, even a little cold. I see through the truth of marriage. It's not a safe haven sometimes. It's a beautifully bound cage. And I opened a window for myself in the cage. Although the scenery outside the window was bought with money. But at least I can breathe fresh air. Someone might scold me, call me slutty, say I ruined the sanctity of marriage. But those who accuse me from the moral high ground. Have you ever experienced the despair of a sexless marriage for 6 years? Have you ever experienced the humiliation of being treated like air by your husband? I don't want a divorce, because I have practical interests that I want to protect. I have the environment I want to give my children to grow up in. I'm just weighing the pros and cons. Choose the one that does the least harm to yourself. Way to live. I don't expect it anymore, so it's hard to turn back. I no longer fantasize about what eternity Ahau can give me. I'm just doing my best at the mall, while being drunk in the clubhouse. 2 days ago, Sunny Nan suddenly gave me a designer bag. I smiled at the expensive leather bag. Sent a moments. The caption is an occasional little surprise in life. There are likes in the circle of friends. Everyone is praising me for marrying a good husband. Praise our love as ever. Only I know, this bag is probably him, to make up for his guilt for not coming home last night. And I received this gift, because I know, I will also transfer a tuition fee to Ahau in 2 days. My name is Lily. At 30 I was a woman in a sexless marriage, by exchange and buying and selling. A woman who maintains the illusion of happiness. You call me scumbag, call me pitiful, but I finally understand. A woman's sense of security, never from a man. It's not marriage, but when you understand the truth of life, you still have the ability to pay for your desires. Also have the courage to bear the expensive price. It's late at night and I take a shower. Look at that look in the mirror with determination. Ruddy self. I open the drawer, throw that pink toy in the trash. Because of me now, I don't need it anymore to prove I'm alive. I live passionately, even with this enthusiasm, is built on a cold contract. So that's my story. A story about sacrifice, discovery, betrayal and self-rescue. If it were you, you will choose to grow old in a withered marriage. Still like me. In the ashes blooms an expensive poisonous flower.